Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome to our, day 7 today of our yoga practice here in self-isolation. So today I'm going to work a lot like what we did with yesterday, really opening through the chest and the shoulders, the upper back, strengthening the back, doing some core work again, and we'll just let the practice lead us. We'll just see where it takes us. But that's what, as I checked in today, that's what I felt I needed. I felt like, yes, it's all good, I'm healthy, I'm well, but I still feel the tension of the times in my body, and we just want to keep that energy really flowing. It's so important to stay happy, to stay healthy, to stay aware of however you're feeling. So let's start like we did yesterday. Just come again, and if you have a block or a cushion or even a hard foam block like this, just place it under your buttock muscles and sitting bones a little bit, and then just cross your legs. And then just pull yourself a little bit forward so that it's like your buttock muscles, your sitting bones get pulled back a little bit gently. And then just sitting, just feel how your shoulders are doing, your neck. And then let's begin with just coming into a little bit of a self-awareness, self-checking in. Just close your eyes and just do a little body scan. Just feeling how you're feeling today, how you're feeling physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, it's all one. Really being aware of anything you can be aware of in your body. It wasn't until I just paused there that I got a real sense of energy getting stuck in this right shoulder, and I'm just aware of it. I'll just keep it in my focus a little bit in the practice today as we breathe and we move through it. So let's begin again like we did yesterday, just with some simple breath. Just nice and easy. Inhale, lift your arms out to the side and up. Just fingertips touching, reach up, hold your breath, hold it, and then slowly exhale and bring your arms out to the side and down. Again, inhale, draw the energy up. Just lift up, reach back a little bit, and then even visualize a beautiful rainbow of light coming down around you. Really, all those colors of the rainbow lit up in you. Let's draw the hands up through the center this time, really lifting our energy up, reaching up, and then exhale, arms out to the side, pulling that beautiful, beautiful colors down around us. One more time, lift up, reach up, get that lift way up, reach back a little bit, and then beautiful rainbow of colors down around you. Fingertips to the floor, just pause for a moment. I am being breathed by my breath. My breath is breathing me. Good. And then just gently take your legs back behind you for a moment. Just come back onto your hands and knees. And then just here, just take your arms out in front, outer edge of your hands to get on the floor, palms facing one another. And then just a simple stretch back. Inhale, round your back up a little bit. And then as you exhale, just a nice gentle sigh. Just sink down. I think of it like
sinking down into a nice warm bath. Again, inhale, lift up, feel the tension as we do this. Press into that outer edge of your hand and then release the tension and just sink into that nice warm bath, just relaxing down. One more time. Press into the floor with your hands. Let your back round up a little bit, round up, and then exhale. Release, release, release. Just stay here. Draw those elbows off the floor and just maybe draw back that little bit further. Just do nothing for a moment. Just releasing wherever you feel the tightness. And then slowly lift yourself up. Come back up to sitting either with your legs out in front of you, or you can sit like I'm sitting, just back on your heels. If that's uncomfortable, you can always sit on a cushion or a block. You can put one under your ankles as well. Just make sure you're comfortable however you're sitting. Pelvis nice and balanced, middle in the middle. And then just bring your hands to rest on your shoulders. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades down your back, not pinching them together, but can we just relax them down? And then inhale, draw your elbows together, lift them up, reach up, and then exhale, bring your arms out to the side and down. Whole torso staying still. Inhale, lift up, reach up, and exhale, go wide and down. Again, inhale up, arms circling and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Can you keep your torso still? And then reverse the action. So go back. Think of, can I draw my elbows together behind me? And then lift them up and bring them forward and down. Again, round up, lift up, and exhale, forward and down. Again, just draw up and forward and down. And then let's end with an open one. So elbows together, lift up, go back and down, and then hands down. Just feel and sense, how does that feel right here, right now? Come back up onto your hands and knees, just coming up. And then just take your hands again, outer edge of your hands, thumbs towards the ceiling. Walk your knees back a little bit. Take your knees apart. Can we take our knees maybe to the edge of our mat? Inhale, come forward like a little mini plank. And then lift up and exhale, stretch back, go back. Press into that outer edge, draw up, again, lengthen pubic bone to collarbone, and then exhale, go back, really lengthening, stretching right back. One more time, just draw up, draw up, draw up, and then exhale, release, lengthen right back. Just stay back for a moment, maybe lift that right arm up and stretch it out, and left arm and lengthen. Head just between your shoulders. Can we really draw back? Feel that lengthening, that deep release. And then slowly lift up just a little bit, keeping your hands that same shoulder distance apart. Move your left hand to the left, and then your right hand to the left. Just breathe in, think length through both sides, and exhale, just draw back. Just breathing in and exhale, drawing back. And then lift your head up, place it on your right shoulder, and then let both elbows come to the floor. And just breathe into wherever you feel the tightness. And as you exhale, release anything you need to let go of today. And then lift up, walk your hands back to center. Just draw right back, maybe noticing if that right side's a little longer. And then lift, move your right hand to the right, left hand to the right. Hands still facing one another, shoulder width apart. Just lengthen, pull back a little bit with that left hip, right hip as well. Lift your head rested on your left shoulder. Let both elbows rest to the floor and just breathe. Just breathing in and just drawing back that little bit. Lift up, move both hands back to center. Turn your palms down, spread your fingers. And again, outer edge, but we're going to press wide through our hands. Hands down, lengthen right back. And then little cat claws just into your mat. Lift your palms up. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit. Think of pulling yourself forward. And then exhale, sink down that little bit deeper. Slide your hands back. Let them rest over your legs if that's comfortable for you. Pulling them back, maybe even reaching for your heels. And then just lengthen through your front of your body and just sink down. Just breathe and be here for just this moment. How are you doing? Check in. And then bring your hands back out in front. Lift yourself up. Draw your knees back together again. Just draw them in. Sit back on your heels for a moment if you can. And just pause there for a moment, feeling how you feel right here, right now. And then eyes open, bring your hands onto your mat again. Again, outer edge of your hands. Press a little wide into your mat. So it's like we're trying to stretch our mat wide. Tuck your toes under. Lift up off your knees and exhale. Stretch back into Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward dog. Now very gently, just bring your shoulders a little forward, bend your knees almost to the floor, and then lift them up. Come right up onto your toes, and exhale, draw back towards your heels. Again, forward, knees bent, core engaged a little bit, lift up, right up onto our toes, and then exhale, draw back. Maybe walk your feet a tiny bit further, if you like. Lift right up onto your toes, round your back up, and then exhale, lengthen from your pubic bone to your collarbone a little bit, and draw back, right back. Just hold it there for a moment, just breathing and being. And then bend your knees down to the floor. Lift yourself up onto your knees, coming up. Rotate your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach up. Exhale, reach back a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms wide. Come forward, forehead towards the floor. Inhale, swing up.
lift up. Draw those elbows in, reach your hands back, like we're gonna reach between our shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up, arms wide, and exhale, come forward and down. Inhale, up again, reach up. Notice I reach my arms back, I don't back bend. Arms back, elbows in, and reach those hands back between the shoulder blades. Inhale up, leading with my heart a little bit, coming forward and down. Fingertips touching. Inhale, lift up, reach up. One last time. Elbows in, reach back, reaching back. Lift up, arms wide, come forward again. And then lift up, just reach up, stay up. Bring your arms wide and down. Pause for a moment, feeling how you feel. And then hands onto your mat again. Knees slightly back, further than the hips. Inhale, lengthen pubic bone to collarbone. And then exhale, elbows narrow. Pull your elbows down to the floor and your pelvis back. Inhale, draw back up. Lengthen pubic bone to collarbone. Now this is going to be a little different. Exhale again, elbows down, ease back. But this time, don't lift up, but still lengthening pubic bone to collarbone. Bring your forehead down like we're going to place it onto the floor. Lift your elbows up to catch your rib cage. Chin down, chest down, pelvis down. Lift up into upward dogger. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Just breathe in. Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Getting that lift up. Elbows back, shoulder blades down your back. Smiling, opening. And then lift the pelvis up. Bend the elbows down. Bow the forehead down. And then come forward. Forehead, chin, chest, elbows in, pelvis down, and lift up. Let's do that one more time. Lift up through the pelvis. Exhale, elbows down, crossing down. I bow down, forehead down, stretching back gently. And then come forward. Forehead, chin, chest, elbows catching my ribs, pelvis down, lifting up. Elbows back, open, open, open. And then lift your feet up, like we want to bring our heels up towards the ceiling. Pelvis stays down, getting that lift up, spreading our toes a little bit. And then toes tucked under. Lift your pelvis up, swing back into downward dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana, and just draw back. Come right up onto your toes, then cat pose, round up, and then outer edge of your hands, heels down, stretch back. Bend your knees to the floor. Bend your elbows to the earth. Bow your forehead to our crown. And then inhale, come forward, bowing our thoughts, our speech to our heart, and drawing up. Heart open, elbows pull back. Don't hyperextend those elbows. Get that lift up. Lift your feet up, hold and breathe. Toes tucked under. Lift your pelvis up and exhale, stretch back. Come right up onto your toes, get that lift up. Exhale, heels down, lengthen back. Bend your knees down. Bend your elbows down. Bow your forehead down. Come forward through what we call the wave. that wave into the present moment. We come forward into our heart. Right here, open into the world with our heart. And then lift your pelvis up, tuck your toes under, lift up. And then walk your feet in, just walk them in, walk them in. And then when you can, come up onto your fingertips, weight back into your heels. Inhale, lift one arm up or reach a little bit, and then that arm down. Lift, bend your knees, lift the other arm up. Exhale, arm down, lift through your sitting bones. Arms wide, swing all the way up. Just lift up and exhale, reach back. Arms out to the side and down. Stand in mountain pose. Feel your breath. Feel your breath breathing in. Inhale, draw your hands up through the center. Just lift up, reach up, reach up. Arms just parallel to one another. Exhale, sit back and down a little bit. Inhale, lift up again, lift up. And again, exhale, sit back and down. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And again, exhale, sit back, sit down without leaning forward. We're keeping the torso upright. Lift up, bring your arms out to the side and down, and just pause and feel how that felt for you. Awareness. If you have a block, don't worry if you don't have one, but if you have one, take the block lengthwise between your thighs. Not quite to your pubic bone, just lengthwise, flush with the front of your legs. Holding that block now. Inhale, arms up again, and then exhale again. Can we sit back on that chair? Can we squat down a little bit? Now this is different. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Get that lift up. Staying on your toes, squat down a little bit again. Again, lift up, reach up, and then like we're a swimmer, swing your arms wide, squat down, reach back, hold, and then inhale, lift up again, right up onto your toes. Spread your fingers as you bring your arms wide, pulling those thumbs back, squatting down, open your chest. Inhale, we're going to do one more. Just lift up, right up onto your toes. Stay on your toes. And exhale, reach back. Hold, breathe, and be. Lift up again. Lower your heels down to the floor. Leave the block. Inhale, and exhale. Forward, fold. Just forward, fold. Bend your knees, lift both arms out in front, sit down, and then bring your hands towards the floor. Give the block a little squeeze and draw your sitting bones up. Bend your knees again, lift your arms out in front, sit low, really sit down, and then hands down, lift through your sitting bones. This time is going to be different. Inhale, lift up, bring your hands right together, and then bring your elbows onto your knees. Sitting right back through your block, sitting back. Inhale, lift through your chest, and exhale, sit back and down a little bit. Now we're going to twist. Inhale, lift your arms up, bring your right elbow to your left knee, and twist to the left. Just breathing in, and then bring your arms out, open through your chest. Swing, bring your hands back together, swing back out in front. Exhale, sit low,
left elbow to your right knee. Rotate through your back. Really feel where you're twisting from. Opening, and then open your back, open your chest. Come back down, turn back forward, reach out, and then exhale, forward fold. Drop your head. Bend both knees and lift through your sitting bones. Hands on your thighs, bend your knees, lift up and come all the way up. Take the block out, shoulders rotated back and down. Just breathe. Feel anything you can feel in your body. Awareness of whatever is. Just awareness. And then similar to what we did yesterday, but this time we're going to drop the heel down. Just gently stepping forward to the top of your mat. Step your right foot back. Turn the heel in today. Bring it down to the floor. Draw the left hip back. Just draw the hip back. Get that little lift through the tummy. Can we just draw up a little bit through the tummy? Just opening, lifting. And then take your left hand. Just arm out in front, palm up even to start. And then turn the palm down and reach back. Again, turn the palm up and then reach back. Just reach back. Do that again. And then this time, reach back and then reach across. You see my hand coming across? And then take your right hand, draw it back, pull the shoulder blade down your back. Draw the hand just like yesterday. Lift the hand up your back to the back of your heart center. Middle stays in the middle. This is our relationship to ourselves, and we really don't want to get locked up here. Because when we get locked up here, we don't have access to here. So really stay with this nice, warm feeling, this nice, warm, soft, fluffy animal in your body. Just really being loving to yourself. And then, now that we've talked a little bit, maybe you can take your left hand up your back a little bit, and then take your right hand up. Reach it back, reach behind your head, reach to tap your shoulder, and then reach up. Reach back to touch your shoulder blade, and then reach up. Middle, press your middle back into your hand, your left hand, and then reach back. Maybe to take a hold of your fingertips. Whatever you can hold is perfect. Use your left hand to draw that right hand down your back a little more. Press back into both hands. Inhale, keep your legs straight today. And just gently come forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift a little bit, and exhale, come a little bit forward. Again, lift a little bit, lengthen, keeping our back nice and flat, coming forward gently, and then lift yourself back up, bend your left knee, step your right foot back forward. Stepping here, just pause for a moment. Feel how that feels. And then release your hand slowly. This can sometimes be where it kind of burns a little bit as the pranavayu, the energy of the heart, courses through. And then just stand in
whatever's coming through you, just droop down off your fingertips. Just awareness. Just awareness. Feeling whatever you're feeling in your body. The pause is really where the yoga is. The rest, we're just preparing for those pauses, that gap. The gap between the pauses, that's the yoga. Ekagrata Parana. That focusedness. Inwards, that inward, one pointed focus inwards. To know the whole universe. And then eyes open, right foot forward, stepping that left foot back, and then again today turning the heel in, but not turning the hip back, keeping the hips, that right hip back, left hip forward, really like we're squaring our hips. I'm not crossing my legs. I realize you couldn't really see that in the video. One leg is back. And then just here, balanced hips. This time, take your right hand back. Let's again rotate it forward and then rotate back, really feeling that pure movement in the shoulder joint. Pure movement, hand forward and then back, and then pure movement, reach the hand back, like we're reaching for our left elbow. We're just reaching back. Shoulders stay balanced. I didn't pull one down. Hips stay balanced. I take my left hand now, and I just help that right hand a little bit. It's nice and easy. I don't push it. I don't force it anywhere. I just help it up. And I'm again aware of the little niggly bit in this shoulder today and how it's wanting to rotate forward. Just going to draw it back and down a little bit more, opening. I want that energy, whatever is there, to really flow through. Middle in the middle. Lift your left hand up. Just reach up, draw the elbow back, reach for your shoulder, lift up, reach back. Can you tap your shoulder blade? Reach up, reach back. Maybe grab a hold of your shirt or grab a hold of your hair or your fingertips or a band if you've got a belt. Grab a belt. Just breathe in and exhale. Middle is in the middle. We're here, and then just gently come forward. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, come forward that little bit further. Again, back nice and straight, middle in the middle, coming forward, breathing, being. Bend your front knee, lift yourself back up. Again, step your feet back together and pause for a moment. Sometimes this work can make us feel a little nauseous, as it's very cleansing. I noticed that I was just feeling a little nauseous. The energy really moving through. It is a cleansing process. Just clearing out whatever was stuck there in that right shoulder. So it makes me feel a little vulnerable, a little just okay to be here. I just give myself a little talk. Lots of energy, lots of heat coming up. Pranavaya. That energy of the then eyes open, eyes open. Just gently step your feet wide apart. Just turning on your mat. I'll just draw my mat a little bit this way so you can see a little better. Legs wide apart, toes forward so we don't turn the toes out. Just toes forward, lift and hold, and now moving right through these hip joints. Not rounding my back, not taking my pelvis back, keeping everything stable. Bend my knees because that gives me more access into that hip joint. Keeping the back nice and flat, just again, tilt forward, just nice and easy. Knees bent, lift back up. Take your arms wide. Take your arms wide. Reach back through your fingertips, open, and then if you can, bring your hands together behind your fingertips touching. Turn both hands in, and then lift both hands up towards the back of your heart center. Can we draw up? Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Maybe move the hands up or palms together a little bit. We can draw the elbows back and then relax them down. Breathing here again. Think of that movement in your hip joint. Bend the knees a little bit. Inhale and then exhale. Flat back. Come forward and down. Knees bent. Sit back on that imaginary chair. Just sink down. Head relaxed. And then draw up through the inner thighs. Imagine the block between your thighs. Draw up through those sitting bones. Head relaxed down, lifting up. Bend again, lift your chest a little bit. Maybe move your hands a little higher up your back. And then draw up through your sitting bones. Relax your head down, lifting up. Breathe, hold it here. You might tremble, you might shake a little bit. All is good. Bend both knees, sit back and down. Lift through your heart center, draw up. Turn your toes out a little bit. So just turning out, your toes out, lifting. And then again, exhale, sit back and down. Inhale, draw up again. Draw up. I'm just going to turn to face you here. Toes turned out. And then sit back and down. Slide your hands down. Let your arms move out to the side into our goddess position. Just breathe in and just be here. Just feel that intense energy moving through you, opening you wherever you need to be open. The energy goes wherever we need it. Slowly bring your arms back together. Bring your legs back straight and then walk your feet back in again. Just walk them back in and again. Wow, feel all that prana coming through you. Feeling that energy wherever you feel it. Pelvis balance, bend both knees again. We're going to do a little bit of balancing work now, just a little bit of balancing. Hips square, just turn so that I'm right square to the camera. Lift up and then rotate your knee out. Really again, feeling that pure movement in the hip joint. Nice pure movement. And then bring that foot down. Bend both knees. Hips stay balanced. Don't shift your hip. This is good for me. I can see myself. I can see what's happening. Lift up, keeping those hips balanced. Rotate in and rotate out. Foot down. Pause for a moment. Feel how that feels. Then we're going to come into Vrksasana. Remember with Vrksasana, the foot goes only as high as your pelvis will allow it. So if you do this and you lift that hip up and you try to draw the leg back and everything is out of kilter, that's not the pose. Right? This hip is up, we've got this knee pulled out. This is maybe while you're peeling carrots or something at the kitchen sink. This is not the pose. Really coming into that body awareness. Where are you? Where is your body? Feeling both the proprioceptivity, where it is in space, and also the interoceptivity, that where is it, how can you feel it from the inside? Getting a sense of your body. And then both knees bend, keeping our hips balanced. Lift your right leg up. Draw in like we're holding a block between our thighs. Lift, balance, rotate the knee up. Maybe you just place it to your shin bone. Maybe your big toe is even on the floor. Or maybe you can slide it up. If you can reach it without forward bending, you can reach it and just place it against your left thigh. Press that thigh in a little bit. Don't draw the knee back. Draw the knee down, that right knee down a little bit to balance, and then hands to our heart center. Just breathe and hold and feel that energy of the earth rising up to support us in this pose. And then slowly balancing, lifting our arms up, just reaching up, hands together, hands apart. Doesn't matter, but just getting that lift, that energy coming all the way up, as above, so below. And then arms out to the side and down. Release your right foot down to the floor. Pause and feel and breathe and be right here. And smile, of course. Smile. Bend both knees. I shoot straight from my hips with frankness and honesty. I really want to be honest in my pose. I want the integrity in the pose. I know my left hip is a little tighter, so I need more focus. I rotate it out. I can slide it down. I can slide it up. I can slide it down. I can slide it up. I can maybe grab for it, place it against my right thigh, press my right thigh in. Balancing, I can see that tightness, I can feel that tightness in this left hip. So I just relax into it a little bit, just breathing, middle in the middle, holding, being here. And then slowly, hands up, opening, balancing. Slowly bring your hands down, your leg down. When you're done, close your eyes and pause. And feel and sense just how you feel right here. Inhale, lift your arms up and then bend your knees and forward. Well, just come forward a little bit like a rag doll. Let your head hang down. Even let your back be gently rounded. Releasing. Bend your knees, hands on your knees. Lift till your back is nice and flat. And then use your core to lift yourself the rest of the way up. Standing up, nice and tall. I feel so much gratitude for our practice together today. It's it's really been exactly what I needed. My whole right shoulder just feels like, wow, it feels so good in this moment. It feels like I could have wings and I could fly. So let's get wings. Let's move into eagle pose. So eagle pose is so good for connecting right-left brain. It's again another balancing pose, and it's a squatting pose. And always remember that we kind of forget sometimes that eagle is another squat. Again, we don't come forward, we don't stick our big eagle tail feathers out back, but we just sit back and down a little bit. Like maybe we're out on a ski slope or something. So just here again, bend down, and I think of that block between my thighs, and I sink down a little bit, and then lift your right leg up again, keeping that squat, rotate it out, and then cross it over your left. You can bring your big toe down to the floor while we get our arms, but again, I've sat back and down. I haven't come forward. Sinking down, squatting, and then arms out to the side. Reach your fingertips back, bend your elbows, and then bring your arms in. Bring your left arm over the right. And maybe you just stay here and you pull that shoulder across, but if you can, bring your hands together. Wrap that left arm, right arm around the left. Just breathing in, squat down a little bit, and then press your elbows together a little bit to draw those shoulder blades again down your back. And then if you like, lift your foot up and wind it around your left ankle and hold and breathe and balance. Being that eagle perched high on a tree, high on a cliff, getting incredible vision, incredible awareness here. And then you can unwind your leg, bringing your foot down, bring your arms down, and then just close your eyes. Let your arms go wherever they want to go, and take flight. Let that eagle take you into the beyond. And then we must do the other side. Just gently bend both knees again. Again, that squat. We're squatting down, keeping your hips balanced. Lift that left leg up, and then wind it around like we're sitting on a chair, cross-legged. Toes to the floor just for the moment, so that we don't have to focus on our balance as we get our arms and our torso in alignment. Arms out to the side, reach back with your fingertips, and then arms forward, elbows bend. And then this time, bring your right arm over your left. Wind it around as best as you can. Hands together, press into your elbows a little bit. Think of drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Squat down a little bit lower, and then lift your foot up and hook it, or just squeeze it against your right ankle, just holding and breathing, a big toe on the floor, or just off the floor, just balancing, breathing, and being. And then unwind your legs, slowly unwind your arms, let them just float down, and just be here. Letting that beautiful eagle energy flow through you. Connecting right, left side. Connecting the above and the below. There's only one. Only
slowly bow your head forward. Let your knees bend, let your back round, and just come slowly forward and down. Hands out in front, bend your knees, bring your knees down to the floor. Just sit back on your heels for a moment. Feeling all that energy moving through you. And then eyes open, turn over onto your back. Just lie down on your back. Pull your shoulder blades again down your back. Pull them right down. Walk your feet a little bit towards your hands. We're just going to do a gentle bridge. Lift your pelvis up. Press up, keeping our chest soft. Just lift through your thighs, lift through your hip bones, opening shoulders even further down my back. Lengthen, rolling your spine down. And then arms out to the side. Gently take your right leg up and cross it over your left leg like we did standing. Maybe hook your foot underneath your ankle. Widen. Shift your hips. Lift your hips up. Shift them a little bit to the right onto our left body. And then thinking of moving right from your right ribs, right kidney, just slowly take those knees over to the left. Both shoulders staying flat on the floor. We can draw that right thigh bone a little bit into the hip socket if you're feeling it in your SI joint. And just twisting over gently. Lift your knees back up to center. Unwind your legs. Shift your hips back to center. Shoulders nice and balanced. Lift your left leg up, cross it over your right leg. Tuck your toe under your right leg if you can. Shift your hips to the left. Lift up, shift them, come back down. Arms wide, thinking of moving right from your kidney or right from your side ribs. Draw the knees over to the right. Just breathing in again. If you feel it in the lower back or in the SI, just draw that left thigh bone back into the hip socket a little bit and release over just to that place that feels agreeable for you. Lift your knees slowly back up to center. Unwind your legs, bring your hips back to center. Arms back down by your side. Lift your hips up again. Pull each shoulder again down your back. Stand down through your back and then through your feet, and then roll your vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time, down onto your mat. And then lengthen out with one leg and out with the other leg. Middle stays soft, nice. Remember, I like to think of this little soft furry animal that just lives right here in my body. And I just give it lots of attention, lots of petting, lots of love and attention. And then I can soften. Arms down, turn your palms up, middle in the middle, neck is long, and then just turn your head a little bit from side to side. And then head back to center. Connect with your breath. I am being breathed by my breath. My breath is breathing me. I am being healed by my breath. My breath heals me.
Spirit breathes me. I am being healed by Spirit. Spirit heals me. I being breathed by the whole universe. The whole universe breathes me. I am being healed by the universe. The universe heals me. I am being healed. The whole universe is being healed. We are one. 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 And then this morning or today, whatever time of day you're doing the practice, it's morning for me. Just take a moment to just draw into your heart. Let's bypass the mind. Draw into your heart maybe someone you know who could really benefit from some healing this morning or today. And just let them be there in your heart. And we could even imagine this energy flowing right through them, healing them, wherever they need to be healed, on whatever level they need to be healed. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, really, it's all one. It's absolutely all one. There's not different parts. We're all one. We have arms and legs, but we are full, complete with everything. And just hold them there in your heart. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy, healthy. Know the love that fills them. May their energy fields be high, so that nothing of a lower frequency can enter in. May all beings be at ease and in peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I am peace, peace, peace. There's no rush, just take your time. Thank you all for joining me again today. May you have a wonderful rest of your day. May you be filled with peace and health. Stay healthy, happy, and at home. My love goes to you. We are not separate. We are one. Namaste.